Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning. How's everyone today? Hello and welcome. Welcome to the stream, my friends. How you doing? It is time for a new streaming week. 5 straight days of streaming this week, much shorter than the last couple of weeks where I was streaming 9 and then like 7 consecutive days. Mostly because the heat wave is over here in Washington, thank goodness. And things are back to normal, and we have a few appointments and things that we need to be doing in the time that we have available. So, yeah, this week will be a shorter streaming week, but it does not mean it will not be full of great streaming stuff. Like, there's a lot of good stuff going on right now with my streams. I hope you guys are excited for all the fun stuff coming up in the next several days. Should certainly be a good time. I guess we can talk about that. You want to talk about that or no? No? I guess I should say today is Friday, July 9th, 2021, and I am DSP, and I welcome you here to my first of 2 gameplay streams for the day. A good variety of stuff going on today for sure. Between Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition here on the first stream, and by the way, this stream will be focusing just on the main campaign. We have done the majority of the DLC content, including the Omega and Leviathan DLCs. Really, the only thing left DLC-wise is the Citadel DLC, but it doesn't make sense to do that until later in the game. Once you've recruited all of your party members, then they all get these unique portions of that DLC. And without having all the party members, it doesn't make sense to even do that DLC. So we will not be doing that anytime soon. I'll be focusing in pretty much solely on the story and or story-based side missions today, which should be a good time. And then, of course, later tonight, my late stream is going to be, as usual, my weekly Throwback Street Fighter session at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Time, where I play 2 hours of old-school Street Fighter fun, reminiscing on the classics, and sharing with you my experiences from back in the day playing in arcades, letting you know about the ins and outs of these older school Street Fighter games, answering your questions, having a good time. It's always fun on the old school Throwback Street Fighter session Friday night. It's one of my favorite times of the week for sure. Okay? So good stuff. Now we've got a very special weekend coming up. Before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about yesterday. Yesterday was my day off from streaming, and I had a pretty good time. My wife and I had many things that we needed to do in a very short period of time. One day to get so much done. We had appointments, we had things we needed to get at different stores and stuff. So anyway, it was a good one. It was a good time for sure. We started off having to go grocery shopping, of course. And after I got that done and cleaned up, chop up the veggies, get everything ready for the week while my wife is getting ready. Then we go out, got some food. What do? We went to a local place. It's kind of like a diner of the old school days. Like, when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, there were certain diners in Connecticut that I would go to with my parents, and this place kind of has that vibe, like an old school diner vibe. And I really liked it because you get that kind of feeling, like it's more like a neighborhood family place where locals come to eat. It's not like, it's a giant national chain where everything's homogenized. It didn't feel like that. We each got some food. My cat got a nice big breakfast. Scrambled eggs, some hash browns, stuff like that. And I got a sandwich. It was pretty good. So then after that, we had to rush home because Jasper had a vet appointment. And in the several years that we've had Jasper, he's never really had a consistent vet. Reason being is that we just haven't found one that really feels like, okay, this is the best place to take him. The first time we ever took him to the vet, we ended up just trying to rush to whatever vet, because we had just got him from the shelter. We wanted to take him to a vet right away, and we rushed him to whatever vet had an open appointment, and that vet was like pretty far away. So we didn't want to go to that vet again. And then last year during COVID, there was a vet that we had to take him to a couple of times. Once he had to go for his rabies vaccine, and then once he just wasn't feeling good. We thought he had a urinary tract infection, which he did have. So a couple of times we took him to this other vet. Now, this vet was weird because during COVID, it was like, oh, God, stay away from everyone. You can't even bring your pet near the building. You have to sit in your car, and someone comes out with gloves and a mask and takes your pet out of your car into the vet. You can't even step foot near the vet. I'm serious. They were like, don't come inside. You're not allowed because of COVID. So that was weird because, you know, we only get to go inside the building and be with Jasper or anything during his appointments. So he had to go to that one twice last year. So this year we're like, oh, we'll just go to the same one. We basically couldn't get an appointment. We kept trying and they wouldn't even respond. We're like, what the hell's going on with this place? We didn't know if their like online system was broken or whatever. So we ended up going to a different vet. This vet is actually right in an area we're really familiar with. This one is right where we usually do a lot of shopping every week. There's a mall area that has a strip of a bunch of different businesses and stuff. And they just opened up this vet right on that strip. So we said, well, we go down there all the time. We know all about it. We'll do that one. So we went down there with Jasper, and Jasper met a bunch of dogs that he has never met before. You know, Jasper's very much an indoor kitty and never really has interaction with other animals. Well, he had a lot of interaction with other animals because we took him to this vet. There was a Shiba Inu puppy. There was a little, I don't even know what it was, a little dog that was sniffing him, and he was sniffing it through the, you know, we had him in a carrier. You always bring a cat in a carrier. Don't let a cat just be loose. So it was pretty cute. He was sniffing all these animals. They were sniffing him through the carrier. It was his first interaction with many different kinds of dogs. I don't know if he's ever even seen a dog. Besides, in our dog park behind the house, you know, we have some neighbors who walk their dogs or play frisbee and stuff, fetch with their dogs back there. But I don't think Jasper's ever had an in-person interaction with a dog until yesterday. Yeah, it was pretty neat. He liked them. He liked the different dogs that he sniffed. He didn't seem very afraid or anything. So then he got his vaccinations and, you know, full body inspection. Doctor says he's great. He's a good weight, which we're not surprised. You know, we give him the healthier food. He's a very active cat. As you guys have seen on the streams, he's certainly not one of these cats that just lies around like a lump. He's constant, full of action, full of energy, running around the house, jumping up on the chair here when I stream, biting me, jumping in front of the TV. You know, he's an active cat. So that's a good thing. They said he's healthy, he's good to go for another year until he needs his vaccines again next year. So, all good. So we had to take Jasper home, of course, so he could recuperate at home because he got a you know, needle to his rump. I'm sure he wasn't feeling too good. We gave him some treats when we got home so he would feel better. And then we, you know, we went out for the rest of the day. We had many different things to do. My wife had to get a few things that she had run out of. You know, we had some. Sadly, our local grocery store is just not doing very well anymore. And what I mean by that is, like, they don't stock stuff very well. Half the time we go there for stuff that we usually would get there, and they're out of stock. And it's frustrating when there's a critical ingredient or a component to a recipe you want to make, and they don't have it. And they just, you know, like, what is going on? Why don't you have this anymore? You used to have it all the time. So what we've actually been finding ourselves doing, as stupid as this sounds, I go grocery shopping in the morning on our day off, and then later on that day we go to another grocery store in order to get the odds and ends that the original grocery store didn't have. And we did that again yesterday. We ended up going to a second grocery store, you know, all kinds of stuff. Was it a super exciting, oh my God, full of fun day? I mean, not necessarily, but it was nice because it was good weather. I got to spend the whole day with my wife. You know, we came home, and then Jasper was running around the house. We had a relaxing time. Kat wanted to play some Yakuza 4. And so she played some Yakuza 4. I watched her play that for a while. It was fun. It was a good time. It was a good day off. Now, our next day off, just so you guys know, is Wednesday coming out. Because we actually have a haircut appointment. We have to get our haircut. Finally, it's been over 2 months since we had our haircut. And it is growing out long. In the back, I could feel mine's real long. And over my ears is bothering me. So we're getting our haircut on Wednesday. So that means 5 straight days. You know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is streaming. So let's talk about what you guys can expect for these 5 days. I already said today it's Mass Effect 3 here on the first stream. Hope you guys will chill with me and have a good time. And tonight is Throwback Street Fighter, right? Tomorrow, Saturday the 11th, is the big marathon event. It is the Fallout New Vegas fundraising marathon event. All day long, I'll be streaming Fallout New Vegas. Per your request, by the way. I asked, what would you guys like to see if I were to do a fundraiser event? And you guys, in a majority, voted for Fallout. So that's what we're doing, okay? So during said event, we're going to do something I've never done before. We are going to order some food live, all right? And this food is going to be delivered at some point during the stream, later in the day when I get hungry. And we have 2 choices of cuisine, all right? It's either going to be food from the fast food chain Sonic, or it's going to be food from an Indian restaurant, a local Indian restaurant. Okay? So, live right now on the stream, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this. You ready? So, you're maybe wondering, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do a poll to determine what I order? So, what I'm doing is right now, I'm currently on my YouTube page. Okay? And on my YouTube page, there is a community tab. So, if you're on my YouTube page right now, you can check this out right now. I'm going to do this live. Okay? Right here on DSPGaming on YouTube. So, I'm going to click poll. And there's going to be two options. And it says, ask your community, which cuisine should I order for DSP tries it during the Saturday marathon? Sonic restaurant or Indian restaurant? Okay? Did I spell those right? Restaurant. Why does it not look the same? Oh, okay, it's the same. Never mind. I'm being stupid. Okay. So right now, I'm going to post this up. Choice between Sonic. I'm going to actually put burgers, hot dogs, drinks, etc. restaurant. Or Indian. And I'll put that in local. I'll put in parentheses. So the difference here between this and a normal DSP tries is as follows. First of all, you guys are going to get to directly vote to determine what it is that I actually do tomorrow on the marathon. Your vote will determine, do I get Sonic or do I get Indian food? Okay? Then, what I'm going to do is tomorrow, early on in the stream, I'm going to open up a delivery app and I'm going to look through the menus. And we're going to talk together about what's in these menus and what I should order. And we're going to order a variety of foods from these places. For example, if we get Sonic, I'll probably get some kind of a burger, some kind of a hot dog, maybe a side and a drink. If I order from an Indian food restaurant, I'll probably get either some kind of a curry or something like that. Maybe something from like the tandoori style cooking. Maybe some naan bread, So I'll get like 3 or more items from each place. So that we could basically do like a little bit of a tour of those cuisines live on the stream when the food shows up. Okay? Something very different. Usually, I would only do like one item and test it out and say, okay, here it is, done. This is very different. This will be like having an interesting variety meal live on the stream with you guys for DSP Tries It. Okay, so it's a first. It really is a first. The series is expanding a little bit here. Okay? Plus the fact that you're voting on the kind of food. So, all right. So I'm going to post this up right now. It's going to show up on the community tab on my DSP Gaming page. All right? It just went live. I'll be monitoring this over the course of the day. We'll see what people are voting for. Okay? And it'll be very interesting to see how this pans out for tomorrow. Excuse me. You can vote for it as of right now. Okay? Sound good? Nuno Gloop being a complete dick. Saying under-promise and over-promise, under-deliver. How am I over-promising and under-delivering exactly? I'm doing exactly what I said I would do. I'm letting you guys vote on the cuisine. We're going to order it together live. Exactly what are you talking about? Why are you being a negative dickhead? Yeah, how about you don't be a negative dickhead? Thanks. All right, so people are voting. Already, it looks like Indian is off to a very small start. Lead here. But, wow. Oh, my God. 36 votes. We got instantly 36 votes. Dude, that's crazy. I just posted it. I have noticed that posting things to my YouTube channel seems to get a lot of interaction for whatever reason. Like, for example, 2 days ago, right as I was signing off for the day before I went to my day off, I posted up something there and I said, hey, just so you guys know, I'm not streaming on Thursday, but I'll be back on Friday. And then I'll post up a poll here about the cuisine for Saturday. And it got 101 thumbs up. That's a lot of interaction for stuff for me posting. Seriously. So I was very pleased with that. So I guess we'll see what happens here. I'm going to let this run for about 24 hours. Okay? Now, some people are saying, oh, I can't vote. I don't know how that works. I don't know what to tell you. it should be on, if you go to DSP Gaming on YouTube and there's a community tab, you should be able to click on that tab and it should show the poll. Also, if you're already subbed to the channel, I think it should tell you about the community post already anyway. Like, I think if you're a subscriber of the channel, it should pop up like, oh, there's new activity on this channel, go check it out, or something like that. Okay? That's how it works. Alright, I've had enough of this negative idiot. Someone's literally questioning the entire premise of DSP Tries It. You know, a series that's been around for over 10 years and people have enjoyed for over a decade. Oh, what's the big deal about this show? You're an idiot. If you don't understand because, you know, you missed 10 years, why don't you fucking go away? Yeesh, you're stupid. Okay. Anyway, so people are voting. We'll see what happens. And by the way, one thing I would like to say up front. Don't be sad if what you want doesn't work this time around or doesn't get voted in, because I could do this for future events. For example, right now, for the month of July, if we hit 200 concurrent subs, I'm going to be doing another marathon event, probably in August. And during that event, we'll have another opportunity where we can have different kinds of cuisine people can vote on, you see? So, go ahead and vote, 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 please, my friends. I hope you will vote. Bartap says I called him an idiot. Bartap, I didn't even address you nor see anything you had said previously, so it sounds like you're projecting onto yourself. Isn't it funny when someone says something like that? Like, what are you talking about? I didn't say a word about you, nor do I even know what you're mentioning. You're projecting completely onto yourself. That's pretty interesting. Oh, really? So Swaggin says I should advertise that subscribers should turn on post notifications by clicking the bell icon so we know when you post up on YouTube. See, I don't know anything. I really have no idea how this works. I've never messed around with this stuff on YouTube before. Why? Because I've been on Twitch for 4.5 years. You know, I didn't really mess around with these YouTube features. These features didn't even exist when I became a full-time streamer. These didn't even exist here on YouTube. They've added these over the last few years, so I don't even know what they are. Don't lose hope. Box Lunch is already losing hope. I can't believe people are picking India. The poll just went live, man. Don't worry about it. The poll just went live. This poll will be live for 24 hours. All right, to determine what I'm eating tomorrow. It's not a big deal if, number one, something's in the lead right now. It could totally... I've seen many times these polls flip overnight when more people notice that it's there. Like, oh, crap. What I will actually do, I will post up later today, and I will say, hey, guys, just so you know, this poll is live, and you should totally check it out. Because right now, people don't know that it's even live unless they're on the stream right now, or if they just happen to be subbed to my channel, have notifications on, and checked their page, then they would know. But outside of that, no one else really knows that this is even live yet. So I wouldn't freak out too much about it yet, okay? Okay. Alright, guys. Alright, so that's good stuff. So, tomorrow, what's going on tomorrow? Starting at the usual time in the morning, 10:45 a.m. Pacific time, Fallout New Vegas marathon fundraising event. I'll be playing Fallout New Vegas all day long, and already people are asking me, Phil, what are you going to be doing during that event? Are you going to be just doing the story? Are you going to be doing DLC? Are you going to be doing this and that? And the answer, quite frankly, is I don't know yet. It really depends on how the stream goes, because if you've been following the playthrough, you'll know that I'm basically in Freeside, doing all kinds of exploring and walking around and seeing what missions I can do. Sadly, what I'm learning is a lot of the stuff in Freeside seems to be all speech challenges, which is a little disappointing, admittedly, because I have science, I have repair. The one thing I didn't do was intelligence or speech, because I wanted to be like a lucky, dumb idiot. So it's kind of annoying that it seems like a lot of these missions that are popping up are all speech, 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 and I can't do any of them. Okay? So we'll see. I'm definitely going to be starting off in Freeside and doing a lot of the stuff there. Whether we'll spill into the real strip, the Tops Casino and stuff like that, the White Glove Society and all that, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see where the stream takes us. And if people want to see me start another DLC, I might do it. But the thing is, I was in Old World Blues for so long. Like, seriously, I was in that for 15 hours. That I think people want to see more of the main game before we go to a DLC. Especially because if I go to another DLC, like people are saying, do Dead Money. Well, Dead Money, again, it sucks you into a parallel area you can't leave. You get stuck there for at least 5+ hours. If the marathon tomorrow is 7 to 8 hours, do you really want to see 5 hours of that be a DLC? You see? I don't know. I think maybe what we should do is just have fun in the main New Vegas first, see how it goes. And then go from there. If we do want to do or start a DLC, we can. But there's no pressure to have to do so, you see? So, at some point during that stream, the food will arrive. I'll do the live DSP Tries It, which will probably be a big chunk. It's not going to be like a normal DSP Tries It that's like 10 minutes. It'll end up being pretty lengthy because I'm going to be trying all these different kinds of cuisine and stuff, right, depending on what we order. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, tomorrow's reason for this lengthy stream is because it's a fundraiser. I need help. All right? Since I've moved from Twitch to YouTube and become a full-time streamer over here on YouTube, things have gotten better, progressively better. You know, we got big things here that allow us to control the stream. There's very little trolling that happens, which is great. There's actually far less trolling here than there ever was on Twitch, which is a great thing. But admittedly, excuse me, the monetization options over here on YouTube aren't as good as they were on Twitch. There's no gifted memberships. There's no Amazon Prime memberships. So because of that, I've lost a ridiculous amount of people who are subscribing to my Twitch channel. They're not becoming members here on Twitch. This has resulted in a huge loss of revenue for me. And at first it was okay because you guys were so supportive when I moved over here that those extra tips and extra crowdfunding support you gave me made up for the fact that I wasn't making that money. But that was 2 months ago. And that money now has gone to bills and dried up. So now what I need to do, sadly, is raise some extra money to pay my bills this month until we can get to a consistent rhythm here, where basically I'm making enough on YouTube on a monthly basis via things like the super chats and the memberships to pay my bills. You know, what can I do? I have to do a special event, and I don't know if I'll have to do special events moving forward. It all depends on how things go, okay? So let's see what happens tomorrow, but I will have a total in mind that I'm trying to raise. What is it? I don't know yet. It actually depends on how today goes, and what I need to do is sit down and take a look at how much I spent yesterday on my day out versus what I had already made in the last week, and I need to see how much I have and how much I really need to pay my bills in the next week, okay? So I'll try to get all that info together, and once it is, hopefully tomorrow will be a great event where not only are we playing Fallout all day, but people follow through with their promise. They said if I played New Vegas, they'd be apt to contribute to help me out. And hopefully we can raise a good amount of funds for me to pay my mortgage and or my other subsequent bills coming up in the next couple of weeks. Until I get paid by YouTube on the 21st, then things should be better for the rest of the month. But we have to get to that point, okay? That's why my tips goal is $150 a stream and not $100 like it used to be. I had to increase it. I have to try to make as much as possible to pay these bills and things coming up, okay? So, yes, tomorrow there will be a goal in mind to try to raise via tips, all right? We'll see what happens tomorrow, and hopefully it goes well. Hopefully people will come and contribute and help me out. And then back on Sunday, we go back to regularly scheduled streaming. So Sunday will be Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition paired with Danganronpa V3. Monday will be more Fallout New Vegas, and that will actually be paired with MLB The Show. And then on Tuesday, it's going to be more Mass Effect 3 and Danganronpa, and then that's it for the streaming week because I'm off from streaming on Wednesday. All right. When I return on Thursday, it'll be more Fallout, and that'll be paired with Call of Duty. And then Friday will be the premiere of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, the game that was really good on the Wii but sucked ass with the controls. Like, the entire game was great, well designed, awesome story, great gameplay elements, good boss fights. And then the controls were terrible because they implemented wonky motion controls on the Wii that didn't really work that well. So instead, it's going to be on a normal controller, which would be outstanding. I can't wait. And that's going to be starting on Friday. And so then what will happen is we'll have 3 games alternating. It'll be Skyward Sword, Fallout, and Mass Effect 3, all alternating on the daytime streams. Okay? So there you go. Excuse me. Some people are arguing against Sonic as a food choice for DSP Tries It tomorrow. They're saying, why would you vote for Phil to eat hamburgers and hot dogs on a DSP Tries It when he's done that before? All right? Well, I can justify that answer here. Here's why. Because here's the thing. When people watch DSP Tries It, typically, a lot of people watch it for the reasoning that they would like to watch the show And if the item is something that I like, they like to go try it themselves. If the items is something that maybe I don't like, just on the purpose of curiosity's sake, they might want to go try it themselves, or know to avoid it at their local place. If I'm trying something from McDonald's, if I'm trying something from Burger King or Wendy's or Taco Bell, any of these established fast food chains in the United States and even worldwide in some cases, people can literally walk to the store after the show and go get something themselves, you see? Now, Indian food, here's the problem with that. Your mileage may vary, because Indian food, who knows if you even have an Indian restaurant near you? Who knows if the Indian restaurant near you makes Indian food the same way that a restaurant that I would order from here in Washington would make food, you see? And this is why over the years when people have asked me, why don't you try local cuisine? Why don't you eat a salad from a place? I'm like, here's why. Because that's not a common thing that anyone could just walk and get. And that's one of the major catches of DSP Tries It and always has been. Is that you watch the show and if you like it or don't like it, based on Phil's reaction, I'll maybe go try it myself or not. But that's one of the major reasons I do the show. If I'm just literally trying all local stuff, no one can ever have that as a personal impact to them because they don't have those things locally, right? Where you live, there may be no Indian food at all. So even if I do Indian food and I love it or hate it, who cares if you can't get it, right? So that's one of the reasons. I'm not saying that's the major reason. I'm certainly not saying that's everyone. I'm saying I know for a fact there are a group of people, that's why they watch that show. So they say, oh, I've always wanted to go to Sonic. I've never gone to Sonic. And I don't know what kind of stuff they have. Let's see Phil try the food and see if he likes it. And that'll judge if I ever want to go to Sonic myself. You see? So, again, that's the appeal, but it's not going to appeal to everyone. And I agree. I think what's going to happen is people are going to vote based on more like what would they like to see me try in a video or on stream rather than that would I like to see Phil do something that I can try myself. I don't know. We'll see. The voting is young. Right now it's about 60-40 from what I'm seeing. It's about a 60-40 split. 60% saying Indian, 40% saying Sonic. And that could very well change over time. Like I said, I'm going to post up later today on my Twitter and say, hey, this, just so you guys know, this poll is live on my YouTube page. I'll be using these kind of polls in the future. So please, vote. Okay? There you go. There you go. Alrighty. So now you guys know what to expect for the next week. And now you guys know what to expect tomorrow. You guys know what's going on. Alright? Awesome. And, hopefully, you guys will check out all the stuff for the next week and have a good time with me here live on stream, like always, right? It's good stuff. Okay, now, yesterday, during my day off, there was a Sony State of Play. Alright, and apparently absolutely nothing happened. I guess people are saying it was just more Deathloop gameplay. And what's funny is some people are like, wow, this is like the 7th presentation of Deathloop we've seen, and I still have no idea what the game is. And other people are like, why do we get the feeling that after showing all this gameplay of Deathloop, the game's just going to be kind of average. They've been hyping it so much over the last year and a half, and watch it just be kind of bleh. Otherwise, outside of that, I didn't even really hear much at all about this State of Play. I don't even know, was Death Stranding shown in it? Because I know Death Stranding is going to have its director's cut coming out for $10 on PS5. You get better graphics and, like, some extra gameplay or something. I don't know. But basically, people kind of were just saying State of Play sucked. It was very boring. And it really was, like, almost no information at all in the show. And pretty funny because I didn't watch it. I wasn't here. I was off. I didn't watch the show. I came back today. I was expecting people were going to be like, Phil, did you hear this? Did you hear that? Are you so excited about this and that? Like, not one person has reached out to me and said, Phil, did you hear about this cool thing on State of Play? In fact, everyone's just saying, like, wow, that was terrible. So, is it just me? Or is this, like, seriously, like, is this, like, the biggest dud? Since E3, everything's been a dud. The best thing we had so far this year, game reveal-wise, was Elden Ring at Summer Game Fest. Everything at E3 was pretty much a dud, outside of maybe the fact that, Xbox Game Pass is going to be so outstanding very soon. But all the press conferences at E3 were duds. Nintendo's event was a dud. Right? It's like, all these are duds. Everything's a dud. Nothing interesting. You know? I don't know. Ubisoft had an event, didn't they? And that was a dud? I don't even remember anymore. The thing is, like, there's been so many duds that they all meld into each other into one ultimate dud that just isn't very interesting. That's not good. It would have been great if we could have had a summer full of great game announcements, but it didn't seem to happen. And now we're into July, you know, and it's duds. There's nothing going on. People are really chomping at the bit for good game news. We are. We want to hear about big blockbusters. We want to hear about the future, and it's just kind of like, here's another kind of average game. Here's another one. Oh, very exciting. So I don't know what's going to happen. I guess we'll see. You know, for me, I am excited, not for this month, but of course, next month is when the games start going crazy. Open my little list here. Just to give you guys some information here. Alright. So, after Skyward Sword comes out on July 16th, okay, the end of this month we got Microsoft Flight Simulator on July 27th for people who own an Xbox Series S or X. That's exciting. I probably won't own one by then, but nice for people who have it. In August, we've got Hades, 12 minutes, the Ghost of Ikishima expansion for Ghost of Tsushima, Kena Bridge of Spirits, and Psychonauts 2. So that's a loaded month right there in the month of August for sure. Then we've got The Medium, which is coming for PlayStation consoles now, Sonic Colors Ultimate, Tales of Arise, Life is Strange True Colors, Deathloop, Rainbow Six Extraction, Diablo 2 Resurrected, and Last Judgment all in September. Right? Then in October, we got Far Cry 6, Metroid Dread, Back 4 Blood, Battlefield 2042, The Dark Pictures, House of Ashes, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Age of Empires. Age of Empires 4, actually. And then then in November, we got Forza Horizon 5, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, the re-release is coming out. And then December, so far, we got Advance Wars 1 and 2 Remake Collection and Dying Light 2. So, if you take a look at all of this, I mean, basically starting in August, it's about mid-August, because the first game in August comes out the 13th, Hades. Really starting mid-August, we've got non-stop interesting new release games, fun stuff coming out. You know, that's a good year, but man, this summer is dry as shit. It is so fucking dry and boring, right? What a shame. You gotta hope for the best. You gotta hope that there will be some good stuff coming up. And, you know, it is a little disappointing, for sure, that this summer kind of started with a whimper rather than a bang. Last year was the complete opposite, where because of COVID delaying games, we had, like, Ghost of Tsushima, which was like a giant, huge blockbuster for the summer, and we never get those in the summer. You can tell that game was supposed to be released earlier in the year and got delayed because of COVID, you know. Just so happens it ended up being one of the best games of the year as well, on top of that. So, you know, good stuff. And it should be a good fall. Once we get to August, mid-August, we're good. It's just between now and mid-August is going to be slow. So that's why I'm focusing in on what I'm focusing in on. Let's take our time with games like Fallout 4, Mass Effect 3. I'm going to be starting Skyward Sword soon. Let's focus in on these games. If we have a little bit of extra time, maybe I will squeeze in another game there. A few options that I have in my back of my head that I'm thinking about doing. And I think we may have time for them since there's really nothing going on until mid-August. So, we'll see. But, yeah. I'm excited. Okay. So, we're about to get to shout-outs, but before... Excuse me. You shake those cobwebs off. Before I get to that, anything you guys want to address before I start doing shout-outs here? Any comments or anything? Oh, they did. They showed off Lost Judgment gameplay during State of Play. That's cool. See, I don't... the thing is, I'm sold on Lost Judgment. Judgment was such an outstanding game. Remember 2 years ago, we had what I called the Summer of Judgment. That game came out, I want to say it was like late June. 2019, and I spread out my playthrough all the way across July into August. That ended up being like the, you know how they say you have summer anthems? Oh, this is the song of the summer, the anthem of the summer. That was like the game of the summer for me. It was like the Summer of Judgment, where we played it at my own pace. It was a very lengthy playthrough. We did tons of side content, all kinds of fun stuff. It was really fun playing that game over the summer. And absolutely 100% superb game. One of my favorite games of that year overall. And I cannot wait for the sequel. I don't even need to see a single piece of information about the sequel. I mean that. I am 100% sold on it. I mean, the game could be a fucking Bomani game for all I know. But I'm sold on it. I'm buying it. The first one was too good. Yes, I am looking forward to 12 minutes. 12 minutes seems like it may be one of the most original game concepts in like a decade. Because most games these days don't do much original anymore. And it seems like 12 minutes is actually trying to innovate and do something special. And I'm actually pretty excited for it. So. Okay. All right, let's do shout-outs. People are angry at me. They are. They're very upset. They said, why are you asking for people's input and questions before you do shout-outs? People contributed in the hopes that they would get shout-outs first. So, because I tried to mix it up, I got yelled at. I got, I'm being lambasted. Or lambasted, however you say it, in the chat. So, because of that, I'm going to go back to the norm now. I'm going to stop trying to think outside the box. We're going to go back to the norms that everyone expects so everyone can calm down. Change is very scary, I know. So, let's go back. We start off with Tarantula MS 2018, who tipped me $5, first tip of the day. He says, Phil, have you ever considered doing random game nights with the games offered by PS Now, Game Pass, EA Play, or Nintendo Online? Thanks. Well, first of all, let's talk about that. PS Now, I don't have it. All right? Would I benefit from having it? Quite frankly, probably not. Why? Because I usually buy most Sony releases at launch. And so they're not under PS Now at launch. They come later. So if I got PS Now, I might have access to like a ton of games that I've already played, but I don't think I would really get access to much that I've missed out on or I would still want to play. Game Pass EA Play. Well, we've talked about this before, and I said, hey, if I get Microsoft Game Pass, that would pretty much open up my horizons, right? It would. It would eventually open up the possibility that I could be doing these fun game nights where I can just say, hey, what we'll do tonight, let's go through the menu of Game Pass. Let's pick, 5, 6 games out of there that you guys like. Then I'll download them offline, and then we can come back and play some of these on like a Game Pass weekly thing, right? Like exploring Game Pass once a week. And the thing about that would be zero liability for me. It's no additional money for me to download anything off of Game Pass outside of the monthly subscription service. In addition, just having Game Pass in the next several months is going to save me a ton of money because there's a lot of games on there that I want, including Hades and 12 Minutes and Psychonauts 2. Just in August, those 3 games are under Game Pass. Even if I don't get an Xbox Series S or X, I'd still be an idiot to not get Game Pass in the next few months. You see? So I'm definitely considering this as a thing. If I end up getting an Xbox Series S or X, oh my God. That would be outstanding because now not only would I be getting games under Game Pass, but the new games would be running at the absolute best performance and resolution as well on day one. That would be exceptionally good. Okay? It would honestly maybe change the formula of how I do stuff, because right now it's a lot about cost assessment, risk assessment. I got to look at a game and say, if I spend $50, $60 on this game, am I going to get enough streams out of it, enough stuff out of it that it feels like it was worth my time? Or should I just keep playing the games I'm playing? Should I play a different game? There's a lot of considerations and balancing. And I basically need to do that a lot now. And I need to basically get to a point where maybe that's not a big consideration anymore because Game Pass covers me. You know what I'm saying? I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'm considering this. Now, he also says Nintendo Online. I mean, Nintendo Online basically has classics. You got your classic NES games, your classic SNES games. And you guys have seen a couple years ago when the Genesis Mini came out, I was balancing between doing Genesis Mini and SNES Online stuff. We had a lot of fun with it too. There was some classic stuff there that I played that was entertaining. If people ever wanted to see me go and play SNES Online stuff, I'd be open to it. I know there's some really good classics there. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, among many other things. I remember I started playing Super Metroid. People never really asked me to go back to it. What a surprise, because whenever I play a Metroidvania game, the same thing happens, right? But, yeah, basically, I would argue that would be a good idea, too, because that's something I already have. Nintendo Online, that's no additional cost either. People wanted to see me maybe play some classics. Not to say that I would commit to beating the entire games, but just trying them out and see how they are. Yeah, I could do that too. So yeah, these are good ideas. These are things that I really feel in the next couple of months this is going to become something interesting, because with Xbox Game Pass covering all these new games, plus the very large library of games that are going to be under there, older games, right? I feel this is going to be beneficial to many, not just me, but many gamers, but me as a content creator. It'll actually take a lot of risk out of what I'm trying out and doing, and we can actually do, maybe like I said, maybe once every 2 weeks we sit down and we just, for a night stream, we look at Game Pass, we look at everything there, we pick like 5 games. Then I download those games, right? And then once a week we play a couple of them and see what they are exactly. Give an hour to each and see if they're games that I would like or something that I would want to continue on with, right? It'd be pretty awesome. So thank you for the first tip of the day. Then Firebolt Axe tipped me $1.30 and said, I hope your day off was fun. Now that Zelda's going to join the lineup, could you confirm the next few games coming up again that you're interested in? Thanks a lot. Indian food shall be victorious. I literally did that on the stream already. I already read you out the games that I'm interested in, so I guess I don't have to do that again, but thank you very much. I appreciate that, Firebolt Axe. Snow Carl tipped $1.30. Says, because I'm also an adult, I understand, but do you think some people might get the wrong idea that you're describing how you're eating out, going shopping a day before you're hosting a fundraiser for essential bills? No, because that's incredibly stupid. Let's see. I had to take Jasper to the vet. You know, something essential for the health of my pet. Oh, one day a week I went out to have one meal with my wife instead of a home-cooked meal, which, by the way, isn't that much more expensive than making a home-cooked meal, as long as you're not going crazy and ordering lobster and shit, which we don't. Oh, no, we had to go out because my wife had to buy some essentials for herself, you know. What are you talking about? We didn't say, oh, we went out on a shopping spree. We bought a ton of clothes, and, you know, I bought some fucking Yeezys while we were out, you know. And then we had some caviar for a snack. Like, no, if you have a brain in your fucking head, you don't think that way, you know. But people are stupid. That's the problem. People are incredibly stupid and think that way because they're morons. These, by the way, would not be the people who would be trying to help me out tomorrow at the fundraiser anyway. They're complete out-of-touch idiots who don't have real lives, who don't understand that, yeah, every once in a while you got to spend a little bit of money, even if you don't have a lot. It's a necessary part of life. Right? Grow up. Yes, I ate lobster rolls and bought some Yeezys. You're correct. Local Nomad tipped me $5. It says you should check out the Cerberus Harrier Assault Rifle. It costs $150,000 at the Spectre Requisitions on the Citadel. It has a low ammo clip that can be offset with mods. It's a great gun for your playstyle. Either way, have a good stream. Phil. He says the Cerberus Harrier Assault Rifle. I think the problem would be the cost. It seems like most of these guns that are the best ones are very expensive. Like, it's going to take a while to save up $150,000, maybe like a stream or two, to save up that much. And then by that time, I'm already going to want to do upgrades and do other things. I'll probably have found other weapons naturally in the course of the game that I want to try out. But, I mean, I hear you. It seems like in this game, in Mass Effect 3, you need to kind of know what the best guns are so that you can know which ones to buy and upgrade. Because this is definitely by far, this is the most guns ever available in a Mass Effect game at these requisitions kiosks. I mean, it's insane. Right from the get-go, you have like 60 weapons you could buy. Like, oh my god. There's so many. What kind of sneakers do I use? I have 2 pairs of sneakers that I alternate between. One is Fila and one is New Balance. I bought these actually like the week that Cat moved in with me, because my previous sneakers were ancient. They had holes in them and were falling apart. That's how I am. I'm the kind of guy, I wear stuff till it falls apart. That's why you notice people are like, Phil, that shirt you've been wearing for a long time on stream. Yeah, that's how I am. Like, I wear stuff till it's worn. I've got socks with holes in them. I got shirts with holes in the armpit. That's how I am. I don't rush out and buy new stuff all the time. It's rare when I buy any clothes for myself or anything like that. So yeah, so when Kat moved in with me over 3 years ago, my shoes have been completely worn out. So I went out and we went and together, and she helped me pick out some new sneakers that were both comfy and good looking. So I have 2 pairs that I alternate between, and you know, admittedly, some of them are kind of wearing out already, but I will probably wear those for the next like 5+ years until they get holes in them, and then I'll probably buy new sneakers again. But that's how I am. I've always been like that. I've always had old ass shit that I kind of, you know what it is? I do take care of my stuff pretty well. Unlike a lot of people who just run their shit into the ground, I pretty much, I don't say run their shit into the ground, but like don't take care of it and get dirty and shit. Usually I keep my stuff clean. If it's dirty, I'll clean it right away. My shoes aren't getting chewed up by dogs or anything like that, you know. So usually my stuff lasts quite a long time. All my clothes, my shoes, everything lasts pretty damn long. And I don't really spend money on that kind of stuff very often at all. So, I see. I wouldn't even know about that. Snowcrawl says, I hate current clothes culture, toss and buy. I didn't even know about that because I don't do that. Seriously, like, very rarely do I get rid of clothes. And when I do, it's like, oh, you donate them? I can't. The clothes is old. There's holes in them. It's not like, oh, I have clothes I don't want anymore. Let's go donate. I don't even do that. Like, I just wear it till it's fucking worn out. Golden Colts has shoes for 5 years. What the fuck? Golden Colts, just so you know, the last pair of sneakers that I owned before these, I bought them when I started working at HSI, which was like 2006, and I just got rid of them in 2018. I had 2 pairs of New Balance that I had for 12 years, and then I finally got rid of them because basically Kat was like, you got to get rid of those sneakers. Look at them. She's like, what are you doing? Like, look at the hole. And I was like, well, no, it's okay. She's like, no, you got to get new shoes. She talked me into it. That's just how I am. All right? I wear my stuff till it's done. I still have jackets. I'm not kidding you. I still have jackets from the early 2000s that I was wearing around then. I still have them. They didn't fall apart. They're still okay. I still have them. And I wear them from time to time. I don't even know. I have a leather jacket that I still wear. I don't even know how old it is. It's got to be at least 15 years old. I remember wearing it to HSI in the mid-2000s. Yeah. Rockports? I've worn Rockports, but those I've only worn Rockport dress shoes. I've never worn any other kind of high-end Rockports. Just the dress shoes that they sell. I mean, you know what? Fair enough. That is true, too. Snowcrawl says, clothes used to be of higher quality. They used to actually last longer. I mean, it's very true. Today, you go buy clothes. This has happened to my wife. Is she will go to a store, and she'll want a shirt. Oh, this is a nice shirt that I can wear to work, or I can wear, you know, whatever. She buys the shirt. She wears the shirt twice. It has a giant hole in it. What? You look at it. The hole's right on the seam. You could tell when they made the shirt, they mismanufactured it. Oh, look where it was made. I don't want, you know, God forbid that I say it, China. The fucking Chinese products that are low quality shit, and they fall apart. They're made to be like disposable products. They're not even made to be durable or anything that's going to last any period of time. Half the time they fuck them up, you know? And it's not like it used to be, where it used to be durable stuff you could wear for years and years and years, you know? What shoe size do I wear? It depends, because every shoe company is completely different, which I think is very stupid. How can you have shoes based off of a unit of measurement, yet in one company you wear one size and it's fine, and another company you wear the same size, it's too big or too small? This has always happened to me my whole life, but currently my shoe size can be anywhere from a 12 to a 13, depending on the company. Sometimes it's a 12 and a half. For some reason, some shoes it's too narrow and I need wide. Sometimes I don't. It all depends on the design of the shoe and the company, and if they know how to fucking measure or not. So, yeah, that's the size that I wear, between 12 and 13 usually. Which can usually cause a big problem, because when you go to buy shoes, typically they only have about 1 or 2 pair in that size of any kind of shoe. All right. Any other questions, guys? Anything else? I've gotten through all the shout outs. There were 4 tips. Thank you for those who did tip here. I appreciate that. If not, we'll go on a quick break. I'll use the restroom and come back, and we'll start up with Mass Effect 3. But it's up to you guys. Any other questions? What's up with BGaming? Good to see you today. DSPGaming, I think I read your email this morning. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, here it is. Game selection. Yeah. Yes. Thank you for the suggestion. Play a horror game. Like what? The thing is, like, I love survival horror games, but I feel like I've played the majority of the worthwhile ones. I've played the Silent Hill series. I've played the Resident Evil series. I've played a lot of the Fringe games that are kind of on the outside periphery of what's considered mainstream. At this point, I don't even know what I would play that would be readily available that I haven't played yet, right? Of course I played Outlast. Absolutely I did. Outlast was one of the very first games I ever played when I first started streaming on Twitch. Because I was having issues and it was crapping out. And so there were like these really choppy Outlast videos that were archived on Twitch for the longest time because it was all screwed up. Fatal Frame trilogy, I don't really feel that Fatal Frame has aged very well. Because most people these days say that Fatal Frame is boring as shit. A lot of people like them, but when I tried to play the latest Fatal Frame game, everyone hated it. So I don't think that it would be very entertaining to play Fatal Frame. 672 has to be $6.72. And what type of Indian food are we talking about? Dot or feather? What? Dude, wait a minute. Wait a minute. First of all, that's very insulting what you just said. It is incredibly insulting. I'm insulted that you just said that publicly on my stream. Alright, you could have easily said the Asian country or the native settlers of America. You didn't have to say two fucking stereotypical things that are insulting to these races. I'm personally insulted that you just said that. Alright? Now, to answer the question, we're talking about the Asian culture. You know, curries, naan bread, this kind of stuff. Alright? That's what we're talking about. I've already mentioned this. I said I'd probably get some kind of a curry or something like that. I would probably maybe get another kind of protein, maybe something that's cooked in the tandoori pot, something like that. And then maybe I would get like some naan bread or something like that. And we would try these various different things live on the stream. Okay? Gotta be careful. You gotta be careful about what you say in 2021, okay? There's PC ways to say it, and there's non-PC ways to say it, okay? Okay. Simple Bubble, to my knowledge, I don't think there's been any Rockstar or Bethesda gaming news unless you know of any. I don't think I've heard of anything. So. Okay. Alright, before we go on our break, let's check the preliminary poll on DSP Gaming. Let's see how it's going for the cuisine for tomorrow. Currently, it's 64 to 36 in favor of Indian food, with 267 votes that have come in so far. Not bad for an initial vote for less than an hour. But like I said, likely over the course of today, more people will notice that's there, and I will actually post up about that on my Twitter later today so people are aware, and they can head over and check it out. So, yeah, good stuff. All right. Let me stretch. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, everyone. I think it's time for a break. Let's take about a 10-15 minute break here. I'll use the restroom. You guys, grab a drink, grab a snack, use the restroom yourselves, whatever it is you need to do. And I shall return in just a few minutes with some fun Mass Effect 3 gameplay. Sound good? Alright, guys. I'll be back shortly. Thank you. See you in a bit. Goodbye to Braun. She was a fat bitch, and she fucked stuff up. So goodbye to that hippo. Thank goodness now we can focus on the rest of the game without her fat ass fucking shit up again. She was greedy, and she wasn't really your mother. I'm a hipster in Seattle, and I dye my hair green. I got 14 earrings in my lip, and a giant spacer on my ear. I shave half of my head, and I comb over the rest of the hair over the bald side. Oh, baby, yeah, get me my caramel double shot macchiato espresso and my beard oils. Yeah, my beard oil. I need it for my giant Paul Bunyan beard. And also a pair of glasses that have absolutely no use because there's no lenses in them. Because there's no lenses in them, they're only there for show. A hipster in Seattle. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's fucking do this. I spawn, I die. 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 Every fucking person on these maps has dual shotties. Yeah, dual shotty that cocksucker. Every fucking person on these maps has dual shotties. Oh, here we go, dual shotties. I can't do shit. Come here, motherfucker, huh? You fucking want some, bitch? Fucking want some, bitch? Huh? Come here, motherfucker, huh? You fucking want some, bitch? Fucking want some, bitch? Huh? Come here, motherfucker, huh? You fucking want some, bitch? Fucking want some, bitch? Huh? Come here, motherfucker, huh? You fucking want some, bitch? Now I'm pissed. I spawn, I die. 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 Oh, that's a grill. I shot the grill. Have a burger, bitch. Oh, that's a grill. I shot the grill. Have a burger, bitch. Double kill. Double kill. Double kill. I can't stop killing them. I can't stop. Won't stop. Don't know how to stop. I can't stop killing them. I can't stop. Won't stop. Don't know how to stop. I can't stop killing them. I can't stop. Won't stop. Don't know how to stop. I can't stop killing them. I can't stop. Won't stop. Don't know how to stop. Oh, they stopped me. All right, here we go. I spawn, I die. 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 I really wish these 10-year-olds would shut the fuck up. Fuck you, fuck that, fuck this, fuck that, fuck you. I really wish these 10-year-olds would shut the fuck up. Fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, fuck this, fuck you. I really wish these 10-year-olds would shut the fuck up. Fuck you, fuck that, fuck this, fuck that, fuck you. I really wish these 10-year-olds would shut the fuck up. Fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, fuck this, fuck you. I spawn, I die. 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 I'm the king of hate. I'm the king of hate. Bitch. I'm the king of hate. 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 Bitch. I'm the king of hate. 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 Bitch. I'm the king of hate. 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 Bitch. I'm the king of hate. I'm the king of hate. That's what I'm fucking talking about right there, man. Is that a mole man? Mole man. Oh my god, monster. Did you see that? Wow. Mole man. Oh god, it's radioactive. A mole man. Wampin stick. Mole man. What is this mother monsters? Is that a mole man? Mole man. Ew, the ground is fuming. It's radioactive. But I gotta go around that. Oh shit, more mole rats. Hold on. Time for my Wampin stick. Oh my god, look at wow. I got Mole Man, Mole Man, Mole Man, Mole Man, Mole Man.
I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to race. I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to race. I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to race. I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to race. I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to race. I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about. Race. I just want to race. Race. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh shit! Oh! Oh! Oh my god! I got destroyed! Oh! That was fucking so brutal!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2020! Yes, welcome to New Year. I'm speaking to you from 2020 now. I'm ready for great gameplay streams. I'm ready for hanging out and chilling with you guys. I'm ready for the future. you're starting up. Like we got a good mix of pretty much everything that you can want. So that's coming up. Fair enough. Alright guys, I'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks.
'Here it comes, gonna cheap out the window, yeah. Dick lightning, dick lightning. You thought that you could hit him, but he threw a fucking spear. Dick lightning, dick lightning. It's a scream. The chicks will cream for dick lightning. Oh.
Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor. Bugs in the air, we got bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Bugs in the air, we got bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Bugs in the air, we got bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Bugs in the air, we got bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Bugs in the air. Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot him in the face, cause he's on the fucking floor. Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot him in the face, cause he's on the fucking floor. Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot him in the face, cause he's on the fucking floor. Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot him in the face, cause he's on the fucking floor. Shoot him in the face, cause he's on the fucking floor. Shoot him in the face, cause he's on the fucking floor. He's on the fucking floor. That's how we fucking do, son. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Bugs in the air, we got bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Bugs in the air, we got bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause he's on the fucking floor. Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause he's on the fucking floor. Bugs in the air, we got bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Bugs in the air, we got bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor. Shoot 'em in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor.
We're finally building the house. That picture so. Hammer that nail, gotta hammer that nail. Take the fucking thing, smash it in like that. Look out for your finger, don't want to smash that. Bring need that fucking wood over there, put it here and there. Pop the shit down, get the shit everywhere. At least you're not shoveling shit, and you're not squeezing a cow's big tit. It's a different kind of work, a different kind of montage.
Well, let me have a
Oh,
ruler
yeah.
and a saw and a board and I'll cut it.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
climb up a ladder with a hammer and a nail and I'll nail it. Well, we worked so hard to build a little house together. In the snow or the rain or the ice cold wind, whenever. No matter what the weather.
I love the music in this. It's my favorite, even though 3 is good, 2 is the best. Fuck off if you disagree, because I love this soundtrack. I grew up playing this game. I'll sing all the fucking music, and I will go insane. Ah! Okay, I'm not gonna do that anymore. It's a chocobo right now. You go around the map and then you do it real fast now. You don't need to worry about the time that it takes when you ride the chocobo. You don't make no mistakes. You go around the edge. And now, mist is dead. The mist is annoying. I can't see ahead of me. You go, oh no, it's a dead end. You just got screwed by the shitty map. You got screwed over by the... Alright everybody, I'm back. Who's ready? Who's ready to get started for today? I hope you are. I am. I'm ready to start up with Mass Effect fun. And I hope you all get settled back down as we boot up Legendary Edition here. Mass Effect 3. Like I said, we'll be focusing primarily now on the story. We've done the 2 major DLCs. So really it's about story development and or major side missions in the main game, which are going to allow us to get war assets to get the better endings. Which we need to focus on. So, all right. Quick reminder, if you want to help me out, please today, tip me if you can, but I appreciate memberships, super chats, super stickers. It's all great in the long run. If you want to help me out short term, I'm really trying to hit these tips goals for the next couple of weeks until I get paid by YouTube. So please tip me if you can today. I really would appreciate it if we could hit these tips goals. 50 bucks raised, Gunner glasses. $100 raised, you get to pick a vest. Usually people pick platinum when I play Mass Effect 3. $150, cowboy hat. All that eligible today, and I hope you guys are excited for that, okay? All right. Is everyone ready? Are you ready to be ready? I hope you're ready. Let's get started, shall we? Okay.